And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
How you doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tattletales. Nice to have you with us at home. Did you see those girls? I mean, that was an accident. They didn't know how they were going to dress. I'd like you to meet the Tattletale Supremes. Here they are.
Plus one.
Those are gorgeous outfits. Yeah. We have a terrific show for you today. The three ladies you've already met and the gentleman you haven't seen, but you're going to meet them all now, right now, as a matter of fact. Winning money for our blue section here in the audience today is from the Jeffersons, Berlinda Talbert and her husband, Mr. Bob Reed. Winning money for the yellow section today, Joy Farr and her husband from Mass, Mr. Jamie Farr. Winning money for the red section, actress Karen Salkin, and from House Calls, Ray Bucktaniga. I must say, you all look absolutely gorgeous. You know what we'll do when we change places at halftime? You all stand up and give us a real fashion show, okay? Let's go, shall we? Okay. First question worth $150 to your rooting sections, and this is it. What's sexier to you, a woman topless at the beach or a woman in a skin-tight T-shirt? What's sexier to you, guys? That's a nice question. Off you go. What do you think he would say is more sexy? Bob would say, Berlinda. A woman topless at the beach or a woman in a skin-tight T-shirt?
I don't know if he's a TNA man. I mean... topless. Say it again. Topless at the beach.
A woman topless at the beach or a woman in a skin-tight T-shirt? Be a TNT man.
Well, there's something about... You know,
yes,
okay,
there is. There's definitely...
There is something very sensual about in water with, you know, skin tight.
Yeah.
And the water clings and you see everything.
Oh, I can see it. Yes. That's wonderful.
That's very nice. I think that would look good. I think he'd like that.
You think that the T-shirt? Okay. Yeah. Is that okay with you guys? Yeah. Animals. They're all animals. Bring them on. Bob, which do you think is sexier?
Well, okay, I think probably Berlinda would say, well, Bob is a little conservative and he'd rather imagine what he thinks he could get rather than see what he knows he can't. So, so I think she'd probably, I would say the woman in the skin tight T-shirt.
That's the one, sir. You're right. That's very nicely done.
I know my name.
This is your basic visual question here, yes, Joy. How do you think Jamie will handle this?
Well, I think if you hide it and show a little of it, it's much more sensuous. So I would say the T-shirt.
Okay. You will say hiding and showing a little bit is better. Jamie, let's see what he says. Jamie, which do you think looks sexier?
What you see is what you got. What you don't see might be hot. So I'll, you know, let it all hang out. That's as my friend Bob Blake says. You get to see the tickets right away. So I would say, I would say the woman in a skin-tight T-shirt.
That's the one. Go ahead, and this is very nice. No problem here. I can see that. Or maybe not. And now we come to Karen.
I hate when the pressure is on. Okay, let me think. I've never heard Ray mention anything as sexy in my entire life, so I can't imagine.
He's never said anything sexy? Or you mean mentioned something that he feels is sexy?
I don't think he's ever said, oh, that's sexy.
Oh.
I don't think, no. Not even me, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. Very hard to believe.
How does my hair look? Okay, I think, what would he be into? Oh, God. You see, that I do better on the messy house questions. I'd say that he'd say a T-shirt
just because it seems to be the trend.
Don't hate me if I'm wrong.
All right, here we go. Which one will it be, Ray? The T-shirt or the other one?
First of all, where's the woman and where's the beach?
Hold the phone.
Well, the woman at the beach may look better with a T-shirt. I'll say skin-tight T-shirt.
That's the one. You're right. Well, that was easy for you. We'll handle that. We'll score that 3 ways, okay? We'll break up the $150. We'll come back with question number 2. We'll get them on the next one. Don't you worry about it. Question number 2 coming up. Won't be that easy. Wait. Hello. Question number 2 coming up. This is a good one. Watch this. Fellas, if you're ready, we have a 3-way tie, you know. This one's worth $150 to your rooting sections as well. Men, in today's society, do you think that men should be allowed to legally marry another man and women another woman? Yes or no? Goodbye.
In today's society.
You got it? In today's society, do you think that men should be allowed to legally marry another man or women marry another woman? Yes or no? How do you think Jamie feels about that?
His character?
With his character, we ask a question like that.
Really sort of, well, I would say that Jamie would say it's their business what they want to do. So I would say yes.
You say yes. He would
Yes.
say they're legally all right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
In today's society, you couldn't do that in the 50s. Or...
No, you couldn't do it in the 50s. Maybe that's why we say in today's society, figuring that will affect. I see a guy in the red section shaking his head no.
Oh, sure.
But you don't care. This is not your section here. Okay, he'll say yes.
Yes, it's their business, right.
All right, here he comes. All right, Jamie, it's up to you, sir. What do you think? Should marriage be legal among men and women?
I don't think they should allow a man to marry a woman legally. Or vice versa. And speaking of vices, this is a stupid question.
I don't know. I think it's a kind of an interesting question, really, because...
Well, then you answer it.
Well, all right. Do I get the $150?
Sure, I'll give you $150. Without getting into this, I would say no.
That's not what Joy said. Explain your answer, Joy.
No, I said that I think in today's society, it's their business what they want to do. If they want to marry male, male, female, female, that's their business. It's really not, we're not standing up to judgment to anyone anymore. Or maybe I'm just too free-spirited.
No, that's your answer, and that's the way you feel about it. I think it's a very valid answer. And I think Jamie answered the way he felt about it.
That's
Wrong,
right.
but the way he felt about it. Karen, what will Ray say?
As my, by now, infamous mother would attest to, as long as Raymond doesn't have to marry anybody, as I hear daily, I think he doesn't care who else marries anyone as long as he's not involved in it. Believe me, I know. That's
No,
what I
he is
think.
not on my card here, see?
Yeah,
Raymond's name does not appear anyplace in this question.
Say it again. Does he care? What?
Well, the question is, does he think that men should be allowed legally to marry men and women marry women?
He thinks anybody should do anything they want to do. Sure, I think.
Okay, you'll say
As long
yes.
as it's not Ray and me. He doesn't think I should be allowed to do anything I want. But
He doesn't think you should be allowed to do anything
he
you
doesn't
want?
think I should be allowed to, like, hang out at his house or anything like that, you know.
He doesn't?
As long as we're not involved, I think he says to anybody else, go for it. As long as it's not murder or anything that would hurt anybody.
Right.
He's not into hurting
Okay,
anybody.
all right. So you'll say the answer is yes.
Is that the
Yeah,
how
the
question
answer would
was
be
worded?
yes. He thinks that it should be allowed legally. And
Yes, then fine. Okay.
Okay, here he comes. Do you think, in fact, that we should, in today's society, allow that kind of action?
I'm going to let Karen speak for both of us.
No, you can't do that.
can't do that?
No, she's already spoken for herself and for you, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I'm spoken for.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Your
there.
mouth's to God's
Yeah,
ears.
right. Let's say, in today's society, yes.
That's what the lady said. You're right. That's right. I guess that maybe is the key phrase in today's society. We are finding out more about ourselves and reacting differently. What do you think? What will Bob say to that?
Well, journalists, I think, are known to be quite liberal. And I know Bob is registered and independent. You know?
Yes.
Won't go left or right. He's an independent. And he's often said that he feels that people should live their own lives, make their own choices. So I would say that he would definitely say yes.
Yes. He'll say yes.
Yeah.
Here he comes. Okay, Bob, kind of an interesting question, not, really, and can be controversial, I suppose. How do you feel about it?
Well, this is one of those very difficult ones because I know that Berlinda's sort of old-fashioned and she would see this one way, which is not necessarily the way I would see it.
But I'm asking you, remember.
Yeah, so I've got to anticipate what she thought I was going to say. That's the hard part. No, I think I would say yes, and I think Berlinda would agree with me.
That's correct. You're absolutely right. Berlinda and Bob are right, Ray and Karen are right. We'll split that one in twain. Step to the rear, ladies. We'll have our little fashion show. We'll come back with the second half of Tattletales in just a minute. Look at our girls. Come on, girls. Come on, Berlinda. Show your outfit there. Berlinda, show your outfit there. See, that goes lovely. Yes, I think they look good. Now the boys are showing their outfits. Oh, yes. What a group. We're back. back after halftime. We have traded places. The gentlemen are not dressed in red, but they're cute nevertheless. And I also want to plug a group who is with us today. We welcome them. The Long Beach State fencing team is here today. Guys, where are you all? Oh, there's a lot of them.
I wouldn't want to be the police station.
Want to stand up, guys? Stand up. Get your plug in there. Come on, stand up. Up, Long Beach State. All right. Thank you for being with us, guys. I don't know how much comfort it is to you guys to know that the Long Beach fencing team brought their sabers with them, you know. So be careful. All right, are we ready to go? Ladies, this question is for you, worth $150. Ready? That's good. If for some reason you had to have a tattoo, where would you put it? Okay, goodbye. That's kind of... Look at this. That's kind of cute, isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to think about that. Ray, you're thinking about it, too. What will Karen say?
Where?
Yeah, where would she put it? If she had, she has to have it. She's going to get a tattoo. There's no question about it.
She would not get a tattoo.
Well, she has to today.
She won't.
Well, she will.
You got to tie her up.
Okay, we'll tie her up. If she's into that, we'll get to that, too.
She's into that.
Okay.
Okay, you have to be tied up and be tattooed.
And then the Long Beach fencing team.
And gives you the tattoo. The mark of sorrow.
Where would you? Oh. Well, you're gonna have to. First, you have to convince her that she's got to get one. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'll leave that
No,
up to you.
I will say that.
And
I
pass
said,
right by
if for some reason you had to have a tattoo.
Had to have a tattoo.
Yeah.
Well, she'd say, has to go someplace where you can't see it.
That's
Or-
probably what we're driving at here.
Yeah. Okay, that's my answer. Then someplace you can't see it.
No, this has got to match.
Not specific enough.
Not specific enough, sir.
What I'd say on
Yeah, now we're getting down to it, see?
way down on her hip, or like, you know.
In the tush region?
Okay.
You want to say that?
Okay.
Yeah. You want to get more specific, like buns
No.
or?
I'd say, yeah,
Oh no.
in that area. In here.
Yeah, right in there. We call that the derriere.
Right in there.
In French.
Because
No,
nobody would see it, and probably not me.
Okay. Here she comes. Don't say anything. Where are you gonna? Now you have to have the tattoo. Maybe you wouldn't want one, but for the sake of this question, you have to have it. Where are you gonna put it?
On somebody else. This is the hardest thing. This is no multiple choice, and for once seriously, this has to be on my body, is what you're saying?
No, on your car. Of course it has to. Of course it has to be on your body.
Does it depend on if it's the kind that you wash off, or if it's...
No,
it's
this
gonna
is
be
a
cute
tattoo,
one?
a regular tattoo.
If it's a tattoo that says Ray loves Karen, I'd put it any place. If it's just like a tattoo, right?
That's
it would
what it
have
says.
It would definitely be someplace where nobody could see it. So I can't imagine where he would think. I mean, there are a couple of places that maybe he would see it. Ma, I'm only kidding. There's... This makes it sound like my father's not going to get angry, too. On Monday, my father probably broke the TV, so it doesn't really matter. I would guess, not out of, like, sexiness or anything, but just to hide at the most my rear end.
That's the place. Yeah.
I'm going to run right out and get one. That's great.
Hey!
I want
All right, you animals.
I definitely want extra credit for the difficulty.
Yes, you'll get a little extra credit for that. Not much, but you'll get some. Okay, Bob, what will Belinda say?
There's no way. Fencing team, I'm really trying, but boy, this is hard.
I suggest you try real hard. Or you will get the point of not trying.
No, I think all of the things that have been said before on this question applies here because, I mean, I just can't see Belinda with a tattoo. Although there was a time when she was sort of into, you know, when they used to put the little glitter on your face.
Yeah, oh, sure.
She used to do that, but I don't think she'd put a tattoo on her face.
But we have to presume that she will for the sake of this question. That makes it kind of fun. So where would it go?
Well, I think she probably put it someplace where it would be innocent. So I would say like on a shoulder.
On her shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's an acceptable place,
Look,
I
I
would think.
tried.
Hey,
I mean, really.
Gee, you're picking
You
on
had
me.
a
He's
better
wrong,
answer?
yeah.
Give me a break, will you?
Here she comes. Where's it going to go, Belinda? You have to have it.
Okay. I have to tell you a little story. In our bedroom, just adjacent to our bedroom, there is a there's a little walk-in dressing room there, and it has floor-to-ceiling mirrors, and
Oh,
every time
it's getting better.
each time I pass the mirror, I always turn and I look at my backside.
I get
And Bob always says he knows that I'm going to do that each and every time I pass. So I would put it back there.
No, that's not what he said.
Ah!
You know what he said? Tell her what you said.
I said shoulder blade, you know, someplace in
Put it on your shoulder.
My shoulder.
Yeah.
Why would I put it on my shoulder?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Talk to him about that. Sorry about that.
Bob, I put it back there.
Yeah.
Of course you
Where's
would.
Joy going to put
Make
it,
a little
Jamie?
rose.
Joy's into this sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
She'd have a big skull and crossbones right on her chest.
Something like...
Motorcycle thing, you
Yeah,
know.
something like the U.S.
Right.
Marines
Right,
forever.
exactly.
Or something.
I would say that she would probably turn the other cheek and put it on the other side of the derriere,
Yeah,
of her
okay.
derriere.
You'll
I think
say
probably on
in
the
the general tush area.
Yes, right.
Here she comes now. Joy, where are you going to put the tattoo? You have to have it, so...
Yes, well, you know, tattoos are all in right now, in case you didn't know it. The kind you put on your body, you can wash it off.
I don't think that's what we have in mind
Yeah,
here.
well, permanent. Well, I wouldn't want one, but I'd put it right on my rump, I guess.
That's the place. You got it. Joy and Jamie and Karen and Ray are right. They split that 150. And we'll see in a second. Tattoos and all.
That's what I get for not.
Here we go. This is the big one, and as you can see, we have a very nice, close game. So this will decide it, gang. You ready? Listen to this carefully. Ladies, when do you feel more lonely? When you're in a crowd of strangers or when you are all by yourself? Okay? Crowd of strangers or by yourself? Bye.
Boy.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, too. And you are, too, Bob, and you should because you're first.
Well,
What will
well, see, if Belinda were in a crowd of strangers, she'd go over and introduce herself to people, so she wouldn't feel lonely.
Aha.
So I mean, this is logical, and I hope that she'll think so too. But I think she wouldn't be lonely by herself either, because she's never lonely because she entertains herself. But if I got to take one or the other, you see, it would have to be by herself, because she would introduce herself and talk to the people.
Okay, you'll say she'd be more lonely by herself.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, here she comes.
May not be right, but that's what I say.
Belinda,
Yeah.
where would you find yourself more lonely?
I never feel lonely, but if I had to choose, I'd say crowd of strangers.
No, that's not what he said. Interesting. Tough.
Yeah.
Belinda, don't
See,
you always
Bob said you'd
introduce
go and
yourself?
introduce yourself to
Yeah,
everybody.
I do. I always do.
So how could you be lonely?
Don't
Yeah.
fight, kids. Don't fight.
Sorry, Bob.
Jamie, what will Joy say?
I don't know. The key word in there is lonely, not alone, and really is difficult for me. I'm just taking a guess. I honestly have nothing to base this on. I know that she doesn't like to be among strangers, but as Bob said, she would ingratiate herself and introduce herself to people. I guess I would have to say lonely would have to be alone, I would say.
By herself.
Yeah, by herself. No?
No?
All right.
Oh,
Okay,
it's a
I'll take
small-
it back. I'll go your way. It's your money. Because it's really a guess. I'll stay in a crowd of strangers.
You really want to go the other way, huh?
Yeah,
Crowd of
that's what they
strangers.
want. It's their money. It's their
Now
money.
they're fighting
Crowd of
among
strangers.
themselves.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll go
What-
their way.
what's the
That's
answer
their
gonna
money.
be?
Crowd of strangers.
A crowd of strangers. Okay, now, now you can't say anything. Be very, very quiet. Joy, when do you feel more lonely? When you're in a crowd of strangers or when you're all by yourself?
Well, this time and place, I enjoy being by myself. I'm a loner, so it would be a crowd of strangers.
Oh, that's right. You're right. The yellow section got that right. You know what that means.
Do they know my wife?
It means 100 people know her better than you do. All right, Joe, you're right. Ray, this will decide the game.
Okay.
This is it. Right here and now, we'll decide it.
I don't think she'd be lonely in a crowd, but when she's alone, she's on the phone.
All alone.
Oh, this is tough.
By the telephone.
This is tough. I'll say she'd be lonely when she's alone.
More lonely when she is alone.
Yeah.
Okay. This is it. Not a sound now, gang. Let's bring on Karen. Karen, this is for the game.
Okay, don't react yet, because my answer is the second thing I'm going to say.
Well,
but-
be careful
but-
then.
Okay, don't react yet, but crowd of strangers is my middle name, so the answer is when I'm all by myself.
That's the one. You got it. Karen and Ray are right. Joy and Jamie are right. They split the $300. Time is up. And the red section wins it. We'll come back in a moment. Give the red section their money. They deserve it, don't they? See you in a moment. The red section has done it today with Karen Array, $350. We had $1,000. They will divide $1,350 among the people in that rooting section. Thank you, everybody. You were great. Great being with you this week. Thank you for watching us on Tattletales. Bert Conley saying so long. I'll see you the next time. Bye.
In addition to cash awards...
Waterfalls, thunderous power, blinding mists, awe-inspiring. Victoria Falls, Niagara Falls, Contestant Falls?
Bummer.
You don't get as wet, but either way, it hurts going down.
Right there.
Watch as contestants try to keep from taking a plunge down a deep, dark hole.
My answer is April.
Russian roulette every night at 11 p.m. only on Game Show Network.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This program has been edited for broadcast.
Listen, kids, get with it, clean yourselves up, and go to work.
We found out that we had to worry about taking this pill that we had taken for 10 years.
Men marry these sweet, wonderful women, and they divorce horrible witches.
Where can you get personally involved with the people and issues that are shaping your life? On Donahue. Where else?
My career is so important to me that I would even sacrifice getting married, having kids, to continue it. And the men, they don't come out of college worrying about, oh my God, I'm going to have some babies.
How many times do we have to destroy our opponents with the price that we're paying for taxes?
I'd like a job so I can meet more people and have more fun. Maybe broaden my life.
Where can you keep up with current issues, express your views, and be entertained all at the same time? On Donahue. Where else? Each weekday morning at 9.
The Family Feud.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Child's favorite drink? Kool-Aid. Survey. There you go. Reader, I've got to tell you, it was very gallant the way you helped the ladies down.
Thank you, sir.
Very unusual. Most of the guys just put their foot out.
The Family Feud, weekdays at 6:30 on CKND.
Tomorrow on 31 Days of Halloweenings on my YouTube channels. Tomorrow, boy, we have the game again. Tomorrow, we have a game of the Young and Liver with Patsy Weber from the famed show Happy Days. Oh, but they're going to work out some body language. $10,000 up for grabs tomorrow. It's going to be very exciting. A lot of laughs tomorrow on body language. It's going to be very, very, very exciting.
Two of your favorite stars. One of the stars is the newcomer of the year. One of our rising... What's the matter? Did I say something?
You.
Oh, yeah.
Newcomer of the year? Yeah.
And she also has a movie coming out. We'll find that out. We'll find out about that as I introduce Karen Kelly right there. I need to know what this movie is that's coming out.
It is titled The Big Cheer, and it's a behind-the-scenes look at a cheerleading camp.
Behind the
scenes look at Anson, don't even say it.
I'm going to watch that movie.
Oh, yeah. Is that your first movie?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
We'll look for
yes,
that.
Please do.
It'll be coming out sometime later this
January.
year? In January.
January, yes.
Very good.
After the first
All right. Now let's meet once again and greet Marquita
Oh,
Williams.
yes.
Champion she is, $7,050 and one loss against. Marquita just moved here from Washington, D.C., correct?
It's been a year and a half.
Aha. And you are a
Flight
airline
attendant.
flight attendant. Yes. Happy in your work, I gather.
Yes, I love it.
And after this, you can take a month off if they'll give it to you.
Bet.
Yes, indeed. And of course, from Happy Days, Anson Williams, right here. For how many years on Happy Days, Anson?
11 years.
How sweet it is.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very lucky.
And we're very lucky to have you back on our show. What were you going to say to Karen?
Cheer?
That's it. Look for it, Anson.
The big
You
one.
might get some, it might inspire you.
I'm
It's
sure
a young
it
film. It's for
definitely
young
will inspire
people,
me.
so you
Yes.
should go see it to get you back
For young
down.
people?
Right.
That means.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
You should go, Tom.
And this is Ken Beck, our current challenger, with one loss against him and $3,100. And
All right.
You, Ken.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah, we'll see, Tom.
Ken,
We got
born here,
exciting fun tomorrow on
wanted
body
to live in,
language.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and now he
Stay
came back
with
to thaw
us.
out.
Thaw out. You got it.
Object of our game is a friend. Anyway, you stand by as
Yes.
we give these ladies a chance at $10,000. Marquita, you go right over
Maybe
there.
she could
and
win
Karen, you come right here and give us
$10,000 in cash.
Just keep it going. Whatever you got going as a team.
You're gonna have
here,
to find
as a
out
team.
tomorrow on
We're going to
body
give you this time
language.
10 words in 60 seconds, and every time you get a word, it's worth $100. And then later on, you can convert the hundreds to thousands. Feel confident?
I sure do.
Good.
Let's go for it,
60
Marquita.
seconds on the clock. Here is your first word, and go.
Jesus? Jesus Christ on a cross?
$100.
Hula dancer?
$200.
You're yelling at me. You're a teacher? You're a boss? And we're having an argument?
Argue is
Oh,
correct.
yes.
300.
Walking your team?
31 days of Halloween
$400.
continues
Easy?
to Halloween
$500.
Day when we have the big finale.
Something big in the air at the
We're not gonna do the reboots and
600.
stuff this year. We're gonna do a
700.
decades marathon.
You're
Instead.
walking at the purse?
$800.
It's a microwave?
$900.
Whoa. You're thinking? You're choosing?
Oh, yeah. Will she win $10,000? Tune in tomorrow for body language.
We got 20.
That classic game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific.